With 5 days to go to the final showdown, when Liberians will decide their next feature for 6 years, we come back on the platform in grand style. Liberia is on the rising in everything that we do. And we say, Liberia is our common denominator. Appointed presidential candidates, 900 senatorial / legislative or representative candidates, a little over 2 million voters are up. Good afternoon to you, State of the Nation, Koluba Siafa. We're on the rising. Oh, how proud I am to be a Liberian. I don't know about you. Liberia is on the rising. Good afternoon. I bring this one down so that we can create space as a jammed platform is what we have on hands today. Before I move on, let me welcome my co-presenter. As a matter of fact, I'm supposed to be the co-presenter today. I don't know why I took the lead to open up. She's supposed to have done it. Anyway, let me give us the opportunity to respond to those concerns. Good afternoon.
I can see the tiredness in you, but you are very helpful. You know, I've been working on a report from last night. I didn't sleep in my own room. I slept out doing a lot of work. And
slept out? Yeah.
Oh.
You said you slept out? Where you slept?
I slept in a living room
But living room, what you talk? What big is that? What's the distance between room and living room? You just decided to sleep in a living. You just decided to.
Okay, please, I beg you, don't take my issue.
That's not an excuse.
Don't focus on my issue.
That's not an excuse. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, why you didn't start the show?
You keep from this morning. I've been working on a report, and I told you, and that's why. So don't come here yourself. I'm so sorry for you today. Like, doing your resting.
Yeah, I had to jump up quickly out of, maybe it is because of this pastor that is in the studio. Pastor, good afternoon to you. Yeah, so good afternoon to everyone. You're tuning in. This is State of the Nation. And thanks to all of you who are online as well to join us as we produce. Anyway, we've produced already as we present another production.
When you reached home last night?
Last night?
What?
Somewhere around.
I was like 10 minutes away from home.
No, I was somewhere around 9:15.
That was very
9:15, yes, 9:15. I don't like to be out late though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't like to be out late. It's about security also. Besides that, it is an upbringing. Yes, upbringing. You don't see me go to night. Mm-hmm. You don't see me out up to 10, 11. Yeah, so you gotta try to copy my example. Yeah.
No, if you copy my example, you'll be home by 5 o'clock.
Wow.
You'll be home by 5, 6.
No.
If you copy my example.
I know yours is not a good example.
What do you mean?
Well, do I look like chicken to be home at 6, 5? A big year.
Ah,
The
yes.
street is sweet. Let me tell you, nobody should lie to you.
I see why your dogs can be barking at you. On Saturday, when I check up on you in the morning, oh, Chief, how they Saturday, I can hear all the dogs barking. I mean, dogs, you can't be barking your owner like that. It's not fair.
My dogs were barking at me.
Yeah, 2 times, not even 2. Okay, 2 times in the past 2 weeks. I hear from the background, and then Chris can be like, Daddy, Daddy, the dog barking at you.
No, you can't say that. Chris can never say that.
He can say that.
You can say that. Okay, so we have so many on the table today. A pastor, a humanitarian, and a social worker is accused by some members of the ruling party that he does not deserve receiving funding from UNDP for voter education or civic voter education. He has claimed his attention. He's already in studio. Right after that, we would play host to the campaign chair of the Unity Party, Mowali.
Campaign chair?
Campaign spokesman, Mowali. He's going to tell us about the latest in FOIA. I'm told the delegation has left FOIA already. And that will take us up to 4 o'clock. At 4, we play host to presidential candidate.
Yeah.
David Campbell.
Yeah, in between we have the Bon County Citizens Union Incorporated, so we try to manage our time. We'll get Pastor Fatoma 20 minutes.
This one, and you see. Anyway, Kissy man dies. It's Kissy Oma who kills. Pastor, good afternoon. I'm good.
Good afternoon. How are you,
Grace? See me?
Okay.
I'm fretted to see because the light is flashing. Okay, good.
I see you, definitely.
Okay, so you were here last time trying to announce that you received funding from UNDP to form part of civic voter education on behalf of the National Elections Commission.
National Elections Commission.
And that has kicked off already. But something is backing up. Somebody people who thought I don't know whether whether people were looking at you or spying on you. They said, well, you're a compromised person. You're not politically, you don't deserve the funding for UNDP, and that on the basis of that, you should not be a civic voter educator. Let's hear you.
So basically, we have done a refutal disclaimer, and as a matter of fact, it claimed the attention of the National Election Chair and Executive Director, and the UNDP. We've had meetings on this. I think that is underwater right now. I mean, we've come to a solution-oriented direction, and that is, first of all, I made clarity even on the 20th. I had a meeting at NEC with UNDP and NEC representatives. And at that meeting, I showed them clear that they claim by some CDC people. I mean, I just want to be very specific.
So be specific. How did you know that they are seditious?
Oh yeah, of course they are. I mean, people who were taking my picture. I mean, Emmanuel, this is this picture. I don't know if you can see me in studio here, but this picture with the former Vice President Joseph Boakai, then Vice President sitting with me. If you can see it, I think the camera.
That looks like a book launch.
Yeah, right? Book launch. Right. I was giving him my book.
What year was that?
It is that 2012. It was that picture that they took and put on Facebook, but it didn't show this. They didn't show the old man launching the book. As you can see, this is the launch of the book, right?
Yeah.
This is the book being launched. But they clearly just took that one. I was sitting with the old man, handling the book before the launch. I mean, it's an honor. I had gone to America, in 2012, published my book. I mean, Chris, you know my story. I'll share my story time with our number on this platform. I was almost killed in Zaza. I was being killed. And God literally intervened and spared my life. It is my survivor story. Being the only male survivor of a that is the story that I wrote. It is a story that I wrote, and I published the book in the U.S. My family and I went to the U.S. My wife and our daughter, we were able to publish the book. We came back as a family, and I then invited the then invite, which is an honor. The book, this morning I was with Jacob. You were asking me, what is the story? What is the main lesson in that book? First of all, that we don't war as a whole. Violence should never be tolerated in this country, because I would have been dead and gone, Chris, You know, I mean, by the grace of God, if God had not intervened and spared my life, you know, it speaks to the necessity of maintaining.
And you know, whenever every time you talk about that, I know everyone will want to write their life story. Imagine you being caught,
Right,
and then
definitely.
the knife is at your throat,
I'm
being beheaded.
being beheaded, and God literally intervened. It's a miracle. So these guys who are passing around, Emmanuel
They want to
Johnson, who
save
is,
you, but you left scar on your neck.
yeah, left the scars out there. I got the scars today. I want people to see it, to show them that violence should never be tolerated. What I went through, I never want my children, anybody in this country to go through it. That's why we invited the same vice president at the time. But people took this citizens citizens who are around, who see young people that we employed, we contracted to go in and come in. They said they are envy. They're like, oh, why should it be this man? Why should it be, you know? And they run and to Emmanuel Johnson, the current CDC youth chair, and I want Emmanuel Johnson to listen to me. Emmanuel Johnson, you don't know me. I have never met you, but you are a young man. You got your whole future ahead of you. You are a little brother. When people take information to you, be careful who you write against. This young man wrote against me. Would I even be approved by the chairman?
Addressed to whom?
Addressed to the National Election Commission. I sent you a copy of
Yes,
that.
I saw it. I saw it.
Chris. CC copy to the U.S. Embassy, European Union. I mean, can you imagine pro tem and but you know the thing about it, it is
worry not summoned by UNDP to exonerate yourself.
Oh yeah, when you did, I've already done that. But after I had a meeting, and I even, first of all, there was no justification. First thing is that besides Joseph Walker, even the current vice president, I have a relationship. I can show you pictures of all we have interacted on a charity level before. There's a picture with me over. There's a picture recently. I mean, Magdalene is here. We really met.
You like taking picture with VIPs. That's why I'm running you into the kind of problem.
Man, why run taking picture with VIP? VIP take picture with me as well. It's not a bad thing. These are our friends. These are our servants. They serve us. Even the Senate. I went out of the Senate. I mean, when I came from the Senate, you were jokingly telling me that very day I came there.
You preach. You
I spoke at the Senate. The Senate wrote me.
Yeah.
I've had relationship with all these people. Why would you single out JMB or Joseph Walker? Why would you do that to destroy that image? And what he has done, what this young man has done. I have done disclaimer, Chris. I have done. I mean, I've recused myself. I voluntarily recused myself because UNDP didn't take any contract from me anyway. But I voluntarily recused myself to deal with this issue, to face my accusers, to tell Emmanuel Johnson that you have touched the wrong person. You have touched the wrong person. And those of you that listen to me, tell him he's a younger brother. And I'm hoping JKB say you'll find a way for me to see him. If he does that, I will be fine. But when I come to announce to him today, I'm going to file a lawsuit against him. It's going to be heavy lawsuit. I am an international icon. I got partners around the world. We're doing projects. Besides a little UNDP project, my friends. This is little.
You stand in a peculiar position.
Right.
You're a minister of the gospel. Planted churches around. You got congregations.
Yeah, right.
And some of those congregational members could be related to the subject matter, to the subject.
Yes.
And they could just come out and say, Pastor, just leave this to him.
Yeah, just leave it. Yeah, you know what? That's the prediction, right? That will touch the man of God. You know, nothing will come out. Why making me to even make this? Initially, I was asked to sue, but I just said I will not. Even when you see my press statement, I said I'm not going to take actions today. But why makes me to do this, Chris, is that they are now discussing as I speak. There are intelligence coming. Simply out able to get this letter. There are intelligence coming out that these guys are discussing that I have been planted in NEC. Listen, I don't work for NEC. I do not work for NEC. Any result come contrary, they will target me, target my church. Let me be frank with you. You have touched I'm going to write a letter the same way you wrote a letter. Emmanuel Johnson, listen to me. I will write your chairman and let him know. I will write all the embassies across this country that my family, I have a very young family, my churches across this country, the one in Pagos Island, the other Pagos Island, listen to me. Emmanuel Johnson, the chairman for CDC, and you and all of his cohorts, and one is Siaka Sharif. In fact, Nicodemus, these guys are telling me now. He came to our church on Sunday. I didn't even know, but the pictures just collected because we do video and pictures. He came to our church. Then later, these pictures, this information coming out that these guys are targeting you. Come on, listen. I don't work for NEC. I don't work. I work. I don't seek working. I'm one of the pastors in the country who never seek government jobs. My job as a pastor is the highest. Is the highest calling. I am an ambassador of Christ, one of God's ambassadors. And my role as a pastor means God has placed me to a place where people who presidents or everyone come to me for counsel. So for you to think that I'm looking for money, I am not crazy. You know what we do here. You know what are so many things our ministry is involved with. So for someone, look, Emmanuel Johnson, I want you to listen to me. You are a younger brother. Some of you got your whole future ahead of you. But today, I am one person that do not. My church, I got citizens in my church. I respect them. In fact, I tell my people, respect. That's the beauty of democracy. The beauty of democracy is to allow people to choose. Allow people, once they are 18 and above, they can make their own choices. Don't choose for people. I have never won a party paraphernalia. I have never endorsed a candidate. I have never run a campaign for anybody. I have built my image over the years in this country, and you want to come and destroy it overnight. You got me to chance. Look, I am not going to be, you have predicted me to say that men are going, will do whatever. I'm going to write against my ministry, my family, the churches. They are all. You got to take watch now. Emmanuel Johnson, you got to stop what you are doing. You have touched the wrong person, and you try to do what I have.
So where are you now? You going to forgive him, or you going to follow us?
I am not, because the threats are in. Decided to forget about it, but the threats, you don't take threats for granted. And besides that, you have written a letter to the U.S. Embassy. I travel all over the world. Chris, you know, I travel to America, I travel to Europe, I travel to Australia, Asia, I travel everywhere. If someone takes a letter and CC copy the U.S. Embassy, the European Union, on a project, little project, come on, should I take that lightly, Chris? Should I take that lightly? You know, I am not, and besides the threats that are coming, we are having election. We know how elections can be, violence. We are praying that there will be this election going to end well. As a pastor, I've been praying and we're preaching peace. But for you to single me out, Mr. Emmanuel Johnson, if you are a citizen, you are listening to him. Listen to me. I would like to speak to him. Maybe he hasn't. Emmanuel Johnson doesn't know me. He has never met me before, and somebody just took a group of citizens, took information to him. He would have no question whatsoever. You don't know who you're playing with. I am going to sue you. You're going to pay big in this country for what you have done. But in the first place, I'm going to write again. I'm going to write again for the threats that you have put my family in harm with. You have put my ministry in harm with. I am going to take this very serious. Chris, I am not letting this go. I have a family to protect. I have a ministry to protect. I cannot let this go. I'm not happy with it.
Okay, so this is State of the Nation. David Fatoma Jr., pastor, live stream, and at the same time, a founding member of the, what's it, NGO?
No, I'm not founding member. I'm the founder, executive director with links in America and the UK.
What's the name of it?
Leadership and Education for Africa project. All the big projects you see us doing in Liberia today. We built church here over 150,000 in 6 months. You used to interview me here. Yeah. We got projects coming up. We got other things doing. I mean, this is not, I'm not just somebody that you can take. So you destroy me, you put me on social media, all my partners seeing this thing. You have damaged, you try to damage my image, my friend. But you're going to pay Emmanuel Johnson.
But UNDP doesn't have any problem with it. They've called you.
No, absolutely.
According to you.
Yeah,
your image. So, but the fact that you recuse yourself, you're destined to their gallery.
No, the reason is that I don't want my partners to deal with this situation because it's big. When your name is, you know how people think in this country. When you are being discussed as a pastor and your church is being discussed in a CDC chat room, that's something to concern you. That's something, and I have to recuse myself to deal with this. Well, I mean, the project is going on anyway. You can stop it. It's going on, but I have to deal with this. I have to. I'm not dancing. I'm not. You cannot even bullet me into silence. Never be bullied into silence. I cannot be bullied. I think they try to bully me. The first thing, Chris, another portfolio I have that you don't know, that I don't know. I'm not employed by NEC, but I am also the chairman for all the civil society organizations that are accredited by NEC. I am elected. I was overwhelmingly elected. You understand? There are over 300 civil society organizations that are accredited by NEC. I'm a civil society actor. I speak on human rights. I'm a civil society actor. I mean, I speak on human rights, justice, and all of that. So you cannot stop me. You can't bully me. Emmanuel Johnson, Isiaka Sharif, listen to me. You Nicodemus came to the church on Sunday. We saw you were on camera. You are now on picture. We got you. We got you. We found you. You are telling us. You are telling our church. Stop what you are doing. But in the meantime, I'm going to begin the proceeding, legal action against you. I'm going to take that. Because you try to damage my image. As a young man, I have worked over the years in this country and try to build my future, build my ministries. I don't run for government job. I'm not one normal pastor, regular pastor who will be running behind government or to be appointed.
Putting anointing oil on.
Anointing oil and ordaining and endorsing. You guys have just touched the wrong person. I'm going to write against you at the U.S. Embassy, the EU, and all this. And in Isaka Sharif, Emmanuel Johnson, I'm going to write against you. I'm going to sue you guys big time. All of you that took my pictures and put it on Facebook, you are going to be sued. Heaven is coming.
You mean they did that? Put you on Facebook?
Yeah, put it on Facebook, Magdalene. How can you be so evil? Then not only that you go to the U.S. Embassy, the EU, the ECOWAS, how can you do that to someone? Yeah, these guys are too evil. It's evil to the highest degree. They are planning that if anything goes wrong, you are going to come at me and come at my church. Look, you are in trouble. I am not taking this lightly. I've never spoken like this before, but I'm not a happy man. I got a family to defend. I got a ministry to defend. Look, the Bible said a good name. A good name is better than many riches. If the UNDP and our next partner were not people who would sit down and let's hear your side of the story. And unilateral decision would have been made. But thankfully, we have a sound leadership. We have people who would think. They don't just take one side. You don't treat people like that. Emmanuel Johnson, you don't know me? Come and find me. Come and know this pastor. I'm a young man. You are a little brother. Come, let's sit down and talk. There is life after election. There is life after government. The position you're holding today, somebody once held up. You may not be in that position someday. You may not be in that position someday in the future. All right. So at the end of the day, if you think that you can harm people today, you feel you are in power, you have the authority, you can do whatever. You can destroy people's image and try to destroy them. You have touched the wrong person. I am going to proceed with legal proceedings, and I'm going to write against you to the U.S. Embassy. Everywhere you see cafe, now I'm going to write officially against you for what you have done. And my properties, my ministry, my family, CDC people, you're listening to me, my family, my churches across this country. We have churches in the city. We have 6 churches in the city. The big one is in Congo Town. And across the country as well. You have just put us in harm's way. And you are discussing us in your chat room. Stop what you are doing. I'm going to proceed with this. Initially, I said I'm not going to do it, but I think I have to do this. Yes, I have to do it.
Okay, State of the Nation is what? 4 minutes are up to 3 o'clock. Pastor David Fatoba Jr. He's here to issue stand warning, according to him, to individuals he said have mischaracterized him in his work as a civil society actor. As a matter of fact, I don't have the proof, but he's claiming that some of those who are doing this pay him a visit at his church at the cathedral.
One of them paid a visit.
Right?
Yeah, right.
And you preach salvation, right?
Yeah,
he might have been changed.
He will be changed. The man went there with a different motive. I would have been happy if he had changed and changed his mind and doing the right thing, but he's not. These guys are not. You know?
Okay, so when do you file this lawsuit, or you just want to alarm? When do you want to file this lawsuit? After the election?
No, with the timing, I can't tell you what Chris. I'm not going to say the timing and when and how I'm going to do it, but I'm in negotiation. Already talked to my lawyers, and we are working on some things. We are working on it. With the timing and choosing, at this point in time, I think what we are focused on is elections. I think we want a peaceful election. We want this election to end peacefully. I'm a pastor. I'm a man of peace. I mean, this is the last place I want to be at this point in time. I'm talking about, I want to be there talking, encouraging for the vote. But you have just touched me. You have just what you've done. You just put me in a position. You're not supposed to be doing this. I mean, we want peace. We want the election to end peacefully. We want free and fair elections. And what have you? I just launched my book, right? These are things that are detailed in my book. And things like that. So at the end of the day, how can you today? So, Grace, it's a good question, but the time choosing when, where, and how it's going to be happening. I'm in consultation with my lawyer to proceed. To proceed. That's how I'm going to do it. But this is a warning. Every plan I'm going to write. First of all, I'm going to be with my lawyer. I'm going to write against Emmanuel Johnson, SAAH Sharif, and all of those who have taken my picture on Facebook, been parading with my picture on Facebook. Then after I do that, the next thing is to take it to court. And you're going to pay big. Because I'm not your local pastor.
You don't see it as a distraction and just let it go?
No, I cannot. Because the threats, I wanted to let it go if the threats cannot come. The fact that the threats are coming, Chris, the fact that don't take threats for granted. The fact that these threats are coming, I cannot take them for granted. They are serious. I'm going to write against Emmanuel Johnson and SAAH Sharif and every citizen. I've screenshot all of you that have written against, that have paraded with my pictures on Facebook to destroy my image. All of you.
Okay, so we'll take at least 4 calls or 5 calls for your public reaction. Who knows, somebody could call and issue disclaimer as well. 077-5144-270. This is State of the Nation. It's 3 o'clock in Monrovia. Shortly with John Moore Ali of the United Party. And then later on, we go to Grand Crew, Southtown, to talk to our contact there, Ben Morris. He's covering the CDC's campaign in the president's hometown. 077-5144-270. This caller is on the line. Good afternoon to you, Chief.
Hello?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Thank you. My name is Patrick Nimle, according to Nikuta.
Patrick, let's hear you.
Good. I want to tell the man of God that if you forgive CDC, God will not forgive you. Because people, they don't respect the man of God.
Oh, my man. Hello.
Yeah.
No, Nimle, please hold on. Relax your mental tension. I thought you coming call to put water on this fire.
No, prayer cannot change everybody. Get some people that prayer can change it. Only power can change it. So, man of God, if you forgive the people, God will not forgive you.
All right, thank you. Hello?
Yeah, well done, consultant.
Yeah, let's hear you. Gabe from Cape Mount.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Thank you for the recognition. Chris, there's something alarming in Labrador because of politics. Chris, I always tell people in Labrador, because they're every one of us.
Indeed.
All of those politics can carry away their malign people character in the community because they want power.
Right.
Chris, for me, I will not do that. I think the men of God need to take the legal action against the young man.
I would do it, Emmanuel Johnson.
Hold on.
Fight to another man again, so you need to do that. Take that legal action against the brother. So
all right. Thank you, Gabe from Cape Mount. Let me hear this caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Chris, how are you?
I'm good.
This is Uncle Captain Bongi.
Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I'm from Ghana. Pastor, thank you for coming to speak about what happened. But for me, it's not strange for me. This guy, SAAH Sharif, and then the other fellow in the 12th office, who was involved with this latest money. I just forget the name.
Howard.
Howard. He was one of the presidents. He's one of the presidents.
Department. I mean, in business college. And these guys, at one time, I posted something that they said was critical against Samuel Tuwe. They came on campus to find me, and they threatened that they will hunt me down wherever, right in front of other colleagues of mine. And of course, myself challenging that they can't do anything. They started posting one of them. If I posted, an immoral video, and he said it was my mother that they were treating like that, how I came, and they said a lot of things. And so it is not strange for the pastor to be saying what they are saying. And like he said, these are young people. They are not work anywhere. In fact, they just graduated when those jobs came. Like he said, they had just graduated when they appointed him. And it is only our country those guys because you guys are over excited about the first time getting the kind of job, maybe the money they're getting. But nobody's stopping from working to get the kind of money. But do not damage the reputation of other people. In politics, you don't expect everybody to support the side you're supporting. So if I'm supporting my side, you don't have to go against me. And so what they're doing there, the pastor here is in a critical situation because he's a pastor. People will say forgive and what have you. But I think what you have to do is something that threatens their life. I mean, here in his family's life, I think they were coming in.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me take the next caller. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Chris.
Yes, you're the second to the last. Let's hear you.
Thank you. This is Brother William I'm Kobe, and I joined this conversation from this city. Let me appreciate the man of God. You know, this guy called my just say, Richard Time, yes, they call the league of the CDC, and it's just really all over because they see that, you know, normally when you were in that position, I didn't see when you name already. And it's not bad for the just touch around to that people while you are vulnerable in the society. Yeah, you live it right here, you might just say, you live it right to go county. So the 4 hours you pass it for us. Some of us know you, we know where you live. Then you all the time you want to be threatening the other people. You think if anything happens to any of these people, will I get to it sooner?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me take the last caller. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Christopher SAAH, how you doing, sir?
Yes. All right.
Thank you very much for the sound recognition. Look, let me say something. You know, the politics in this country, it don't have limitation. It's going as far, you know, degrading men of God. Jesus Christ himself was tempted. But the temptation here should not be going like that. You know? I mean, especially that Jones, I mean, that CDC, I don't know or what. He have been denigrating people with no, you know, checkpoint. I think the step the best, I mean, the pastor is about to take to step on the terror. I think that would be the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Last caller. Hello?
Hello, Chris.
Quickly, let's hear you. 1 minute.
Samuel Double, I'm calling from Kingsville this morning.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Yeah. So I just want to encourage the pastor to be calm and what other callers are saying while you are planning to take a legal action. But the issue of Emmanuel Johnson is not strange. Emmanuel Johnson was the guys who led the people that took the justice for the Pastor Joseph Human Worker. And it's not strange. And we get to see like that in Liberia as a young people. We're preaching peace message every day, and our young people still doing this thing. We have to stop. And the international community sitting there and seeing that kind of thing.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to take this call. Noah Zhao Gibson, let's hear you.
Thank you, my local country brother. And I have no apology for that. This is an executive committee member of the UP. I'd like to say, first of all, never mind to the men of God, and we condemn this in the strongest term, that violence should not be condoned in our society. You see, Chris, you were here as one of the credible journalists in this country. You observed here the 2 elections that the UP presided over here as ruling party, 2017 and 2011. Let the Rambo tell me whether is this how we experience violence in those elections? Of course not. There were not violence in those elections being experienced as it is in the case of CDC. In the first place, not particularly to the pastor in studio, but you know, it is good that sometimes they go that route because the religious leaders too are silent in this country. Most of them even on the appropriate, they're pushing the wrong message, inciting people, and some of them seeing what happened in the country, they even supporting the very regime. But Emmanuel Johnson, the scripture says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm.
Okay.
The play you're carrying it now, you better stop it because even if they matter going to go to court. Right now, one way or the other, the code of Jesus Christ, which is the greatest competent code of jurisdiction, is where he is right now. So you better be mindful of what you're doing.
Thank you.
Maybe he's tired living now.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Noah Zhao Gibson and Emmanuel Johnson. Any of those names called in the discourse, if you can reach out, just send us a text message for your site. Briefly, that is if you have any interest. On 07, you have to send a text. I will identify it before I will make the call. I don't go out of call credit, as a matter of fact. I'm not taking calls anymore. Sorry about that. Pastor, let's hear you quickly.
Yes, sir, and I'm concluding now, right? So I just want to say, Chris, thank you for the platform. I really appreciate it. Of course, we have, you know, and again, I want to say I'm a very peaceful man. I know I hate to be a little bit emotional sometimes, but when it has to do with my family, my safety, you know, I mean, when you threaten my life, I know what I went through. I have near-death experience, and I know what war is.
I like you to. You haven't had sufficient time to describe that moment,
story?
right?
Right.
You said it took place in Zozo.
Yeah, but let's find days someday to really explain to people. You will call me, we just take a whole day, and people, it's a very powerful story, and people will learn a lot from it. And when people hear this kind of story, they know that don't even go near violence. I am a man of peace. Emmanuel Johnson, you are a younger brother. You are a very young man. You know, it's secretary. I don't even know you. You guys, you telling me at my church, you making threats, you sending right against me. It's time to repent. You still have room to repent. Today, you can repent. But the truth is that the route you are taking is on the wrong trajectory, and you have just hit the wrong person. I am not going to let this go like that, because you have put me in harm ways. You cannot put me in harm ways. And I say no. And I say, I'm reading. I read a book on God's generous. One of the things I learned there is this. Don't allow people to predict you. The way when people predict, oh, this is how the man will respond. The man of God, will do it. The young man of God will just drag him and this and that. You touch the wrong person. You just touch the wrong person. I am not letting this go. We're going to see the very end of it to ensure that my name is better than any other thing. So thank you so much, Chris. And I'm calling on the Justice Ministry. I'm going to write a letter to the Justice Minister because he sent a CC copy. I don't know whether he actually reached it there, but I'm sending a letter to the Justice Minister that have been threatened by Emmanuel Johnson and his cohorts and ruling youth from CDC to attack me, attack my person. They've already started attacking my personality, attack me in my family, my churches across this country, especially the one in Congo. I am going to write the Justice Minister and let everybody know that it is in Emmanuel Johnson. Emmanuel Johnson, this is on your lap. This is on your very lap. Hear me and hear me well.
Okay.
It is on your lap.
Thank you.
Thank you very
much. David Fatoma, pastor of the Live Stream and a civil society actor. This is State of the Nation. We'll take this break to be right back. Ben, hold on right there. I'm coming to you. Okay, so we have to bring this one down to go strictly into Barclayville or Grand Cru in the Southeast. A Liberian journalist, Ben Morris, once upon a time of Truth FM, is there. And Ben, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Chris, and good afternoon to everyone that honor your voice this afternoon.
Okay, so the Southeast have been so busy, and from Maryland from River G to Maryland, from Maryland to Grand Cru. So give us a vivid explanation of what's going on there right now.
Great. Like I said, from Grand River G, Maryland, Grand Cru County, as I speak. So yeah, I've been so good. The president of Liberia been on a tour, campaign tour. Yes, yesterday he entered Grand Cru late in the evening hour, around 6 p.m. At a low turnout because the route from Cleveland to set up Barclayville was very much, in fact, it's very much deplorable for that reason. The county authority have to ask the citizens to stay away from going to Berwyn. Berwyn is the border point between Maryland and Osborne.
Yes, I know Berwyn very well. That's the hometown of Charles Coffey. Let's go on.
Great. So that makes it very difficult for citizens yesterday to really be in the zest to meet the president, and later on he ran on and gets in Barclayville, Topo. If you know Topo, yes, Topo is one of the committee in Barclayville where he met upon the traditional chiefs, elders, and what have you. And from there on, yes.
Ben, you said the president arrived in Grand Cru at a low turnout, and you gave the reason as due to bad road. Is it that those who were accompanying the president couldn't make it?
Definitely. the citizen from around the...
Oh, you mean those who supposed to turn out to receive the president could not make it due to bad roads?
Definitely, yeah. Now what the county authority attributed to they say they couldn't just convert everyone here in Backville, the bad road condition. They couldn't go to bear one as well. So the county authority alongside with leadership, i.e. the Senate Pro Tempore and Deputy Speaker Council for not to all converge Topo Bridge and alongside with some traditional leaders.
The bridge, you mean the prefabricated bridge, right? Is that the George Bush Bridge?
Yes, definitely. Good fact, yes. Yeah, fabricated bridge.
Yeah, George Bush Bridge. But why you trying to change it now?
Yeah, but I think crazy is being Battlefield, right?
Yes, I know the entire southeast, my brother.
Yeah, I can remember the time then former President SELLEE came for a tour in Grenco. Now, okay, from then, they moved to the City Football Field, where the brief program was held just under 1 hour. And it was not really, favorite in the terms of what we expect to take place. Not really, it didn't take place actually, because like other counties, the president spent like 2-3 hours on a program, but here in Grenco, it was less than 1 hour.
What was the reason for the rush?
The president, I think, for his own thinking, he looked at the turnout. Also, he said he was rushing SAAH. SAAH was one of the main things he was talking about. And yesterday, question was asked, and one of you, why he said that SAAH road not been paved. And he said, before you come to build SAAH road not paved, before after Labrador was created, SAAH was created without being paved. So if SAAH road not been paved, it says here, he's not really responsible. And when he went, SAAH road be paved. That brought certain things to citizens of this county.
Okay, so the president is in SAAH now, right?
Correct. He just deported SAAH around 30 hours.
Wow. But there's video ongoing on social media upon his arrival. Yes, the video is there. The citizens of SAAH are chanting rescue, rescue, rescue. And then at the same time saying, all hail President, we are here, rescue, rescue, rescue. Who were they referring to? In these elections, when you say rescue, obviously it has to be Joseph Boakai. That's their code name. Why were they referring to Mr. Weir as rescue?
Before the president who arrived here, the rescue vice barrel were here. Jeremiah he was here, and he stopped somewhere around Philadelphia. The partisans of the party, they are all around here. On the most serious note, to get 100% CDC in this county now, they say, look, what to get a president, we are re-elected. It's difficult. It's very difficult. I'm giving you a clear information that in the Grenco County are not yet resolved to say, look, this is CDC county. No.
That could be amounted to a betrayal to a son of that county. That up to now, some people are still not decided whether you should be given another mandate.
No, but Chris, the president of Liberia, Peter George, we are here to show something for the people of Grenco County. We started electrifying the city of SAAH down between some pockets lights that were brought here, and they also quote unquote also units. That's all he had done with Grenco County. So the people are still confused why their own song that indeed they made will not care to them. So now we are hearing about second round after his next regime. If he wins, then you tell the Grenco County. So they are disappointed in the process. In fact, that was said yesterday by some elders. They were disappointed with the regime. Since he became president, he had to feel his presidency in Grenco County.
Okay, so let's leave that a little bit. How was the reception for the United Party vice presidential candidate, Jeremiah Kuhn?
It was overwhelming, and that's why they reached the city of Grenco, that is Battlefield. It's some suburb of the area, or one town they call Philadelphia, occupied mostly by strangers, we can say strangers. And later on, people from all diverse areas converged there in Philadelphia. It was very much tsunami. People turned out And in fact, they were saying this will reach to Magdalene, but he kept saying that no time, no time. So the people said no, but then when you get reach Magdalene, we want to see you in Magdalene. But say you stuck in Philadelphia, but he was saying that the road from Philadelphia to Magdalene is bad. It's bad. It's very much bad. The deplorable condition of Chris. You cannot live from Brecken to Philadelphia, just less than 15-minute drive, but you spend like 3 hours now to speak.
Well, thank you so much, Ben Morris. We're going to depend on you greatly on election night. Please keep safe. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Ben Morris, once upon a time, our SAAH, reporting from Barclayville, Grand Crew County. So here in Monrovia, this is Muhammad Ali, the spokesperson of the United Party campaign, and his standard bearer, I'm told, has left Foya already, his hometown, Foya already. Mo, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Chris.
How are you?
I'm
see you tired.
Tired.
You know, I saw Lai this morning, the District 4 representative candidate. I thought he was observing Ramadan. he said he's stressed.
So, you know,
something
stressful. Happened to me last night. We were on the Spoon Talk. We were doing fundraiser for the pool washing. And like at a certain point in time, I just fell off to sleep.
Yes, it can happen. Yeah.
And you know, I could hear oh, Muali last sleep. So I checked, I wake up, and Stanton was smart to put me in the background. But you get extremely tired. The first thing, Chris, is that your phone doesn't rest. You receive calls 24/7, and the people will not understand that you need to rest. They will call you 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and if you don't answer, they're like, "Oh, we will put you there. You're not answering call." They send you messages. If you respond, "Oh, we will put you there," you can respond to the message. So it's extremely stressful. And I'm tired.
Yes, anyway, you guys sound off for it, and you got to keep on. But look at this. Look at the news coming from Grand Crew. This Liberian journalist Ben Morris is saying, well, the way they expected turnout in Grand Crew of their son, it didn't happen that way. He went on to say your vice standard bearer received rousing welcome as compared to the CDC standard bearer. It was just live. I think you heard it. Is this the same thing happening in Foya?
Definitely, Chris. If I'm, you know why I'm happy that you interview him. He's a journalist. I'm not sure he's a UP or this P or that.
In fact, he works for that Ecofa station in Barclayville.
Okay, so that should tell you. He, at first, when this video came out, the CDC people defense was that they were saying we want rescue model, to be referring to Finabono. But I tried to listen to the video several times, and I didn't hear the model there. They kept saying we want rescue, we want rescue, we want rescue. As to whether it is a way of telling President that you abandon your county.
It could also mean that.
Yeah, you know,
come and rescue us. Yeah.
You abandon your county, or we just have not benefited from you. Because Chris, say whatever you want, right? When President SELLEE was president, there was at no point in time where any part of the Southeast or anywhere in Liberia became impassable to the extent that you have to pass through another country. Even the president's motorcade had to pass through the Ivory Coast. The president went by helicopter, and what they did, they put a helicopter somewhere in the forest, they clear a place around the beach, they pull it there. Then after that, the men went by road. And you know, when I said this, they came out defending. Oh, that's not true. I showed the video. I mean, recorded our not there. Ronald Dubayu was standing right there, the other helicopter. Yeah, he said, yeah, we're now somewhere in the forest. Carrying president, we are message, one round victory. Where you go hide it for? You brought the helicopter. We all saw it. We know that you are renting the helicopter $50,000 per day. You said, my brother, bring it to be hard in there.
With that proof, it's $50, $50,000.
But we rented
Yeah, I
helicopter.
know that, and I don't know why this is strange to some members of the United Party. They did it 2018.
We rent. So
Sorry,
therefore,
2011. Yes, I saw that.
yeah, 2011, the last 3 days
Yeah.
of the campaign, we rented a
But
helicopter.
the difference is that you're not hiding yours.
But when you do it, you see, when you hide things like that, it means that the way you got the money to do it, Kukuji is a. Let me use the president word. It's rich. That's why you hiding it. And besides that, during our time, the Southeast was accessible by road. The second reason why they had in there is because he is from there. The place is not accessible easily by vehicle. You can. Somebody told me, in fact, our vice chancellor told me, between Grand G there and River G, a 1 hour 30 minutes distance, you will take 9 hours if you venture on the road. And so all those things made me say to me, I face a road. I can't use helicopter. If the road is paved, or if the road is good and you use helicopter, everybody understand the man will come quick. So I don't see why they should be having it and then passing the car through Ivory Coast. Then he's not on the helicopter drops in somewhere. Then they cross the car. It doesn't make sense to me, but it makes sense to the people because it means that you abandon the people. There was something that President SELLEE used to do that kept the rules possible. You were deputy spokesperson in the executive mansion. Several reasons why President SELLEE decentralized cabinet retreat. Several reasons why President SELLEE decentralized the celebration of.
That's one thing. Sorry, I'm not interrupting. Did we have anyone any this regime, this administration, decentralized July 26?
Absolutely.
Anyway, go ahead, Chief.
We had July 26 celebration in Grand Cru and Sino. The government compared to face a rule. They were compared to give the cities facelift. It carried life there, it carried economic activity. We had it in Maryland. We had cabinet retreat in Grand G and River G. We had celebration in Bapolu, Cape Mount, Bomi, Lofa, Bong.
Cabinet retreat were even held in Vonjama, and the agricultural fair was held for China.
Exactly. You know the reason why you do those things? When you have all of the dignitaries coming to those counties, the public will look for money somewhere. The president will instruct the road to make them possible. They will rehabilitate them. And the same people used to be saying, oh, that waste of money. You can't cabinet retreat. Where that to steal. They were not looking at the economic benefits. Right now, imagine we are hearing that net materials that are supposed to be going to the Southeast. I haven't confirmed it, but we are hearing that they're putting their own sea on boats to carry them.
Mm-hmm.
Very dangerous.
Hey, boat?
That's why we are hearing that I haven't confirmed.
I prefer air instead of boat, man.
Exactly.
Nicole Ivanka's scenario, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, I listened to that video and I was looking for confirmation as to whether the people are really saying the real thing. And now that is a journalist.
So, but leave that one now. That's why you want to do.
But
that's why you're all hanging on holding. Tell us what happened in Fuya.
So, JMB slept in Fuya last night, and he arrived there in the day because we wanted to show to the people that Fuya is a no-go zone for them. It was a mammoth welcome. The day before yesterday, he slept in Kulahun. And after Kulahun, he went to some of the towns around Masambo Lahun and all some of the towns. And the welcoming was good. You know, somebody asked me, you think you'll win Lofa? You know, I told the person, but what enough far?
5 days to go.
Yeah, that argument, and I'm going in the again. Or two what will show whether Joseph Baka will win Lofa or not. But I can tell you, Chris, it was very, very good. And one thing he did, you know, the incident that 2 persons died. My two persons and they talk. He had meeting with the elders, he had meeting with the young Ireland, and to see how they all can work together as citizens of Foya and Lofa to avert future occurrences of social violence. Because as far as I know it, you are from Lofa. I know at the time there were some skirmishes, but it was not politically related.
It was tribal.
Tribal.
And that has been swept all along since 2008.
Exactly, to the extent that the district that has part of Vonjama and Kwadubuni consistently has, for 2 terms or 3, has elected Madibo.
Since we started the interim term under Julie Bryan, 2005 election, 2011
Yeah,
election, 2017.
exactly.
Yes, that's how
You have a
we've
Madibo
lived
person.
together.
That's how people have integrated. I've never heard electoral violence in Foya. I just want people until the introductions of several
Don't
things.
throw
You know,
talk at
you want to
anybody
make
here. Introduction
I'll
of
throw
what?
talk
To what?
of militancy. There are videos around over the last 2 years. Thomas Father was training CDC militants in Foya. These are things that can begin to bring problem. And you know, even me in the UP, I've always frowned on the issue of the whole militant thing. When we're writing our constitution, not rewriting, when we're revising the constitution, there was this suggestion, well, let's include the militant wing of the Congress. And I was one of those who vehemently opposed to it, and we did not put it there. What I suggested, let's have a cadet and training unit. That cadet unit, training unit, you can train them into so many things. You can train them to be productive citizens. You can train them to be good partisans. And thanks to the leadership of the Youth Congress, they started training with them. Well, we trained them, we lectured them the ideology of the party, just how it happened in soup on the UL campus.
Indoctrination
going to train people.
of fundamentalism.
No, you tell the people what the party is about. Look, to be a cadet of the party, you must understand the history of the party, the struggles the party has gone through, what is the ideology of the party, the philosophy of the party, and what you stand for as a political institution. That's why you see our young people moving forward now. We are gradually moving away from this militant thing. And I'm one person who you appear, I will say, it's not something that I am used to. It's not something I like too much.
Okay, this is State of the Nation, and Pascal Davis of the CDC is writing. Let Mo be aware that he is sitting on Mr. Bennett's station here. So, but you got any beef with Musa?
Musa, my friend.
Have you guys talking in recent times?
Musa, talk. Musa, I'm a man. We can force. Sometimes we force. Either he will go and say, "Mom," and then he laugh. Or I call him, we laugh, we talk about it. There is absolutely nothing personal. And look, I'll tell you one thing, right? We're now on the same side now. But I know Musa. Musa is a very forcing man. It doesn't mean that he only thinks in his heart. You be flower, you move from there, you laugh, you move on. It's politics. So Musa and myself, we can force on the phone. We'll be talking for more than 1 hour. We'll go back and forth. The next second, you will call. We laugh about it. We move on. When you have something, you express it. That's how our friendship is like. So that I think you're talking, that Musa station is sitting on. I told Musa, anytime one can he say, even if I hear one interview, I'll consider you an interview.
Okay, so I just saw you guys on video, you, Patrick, and other folks. You guys were, but you were training for Saturday, practicing for Saturday.
We're practicing for Saturday.
How is it going to look like on Saturday?
We are campaigning. We are raising awareness. So Saturday is a different format. We are having a grand caravan around the world, a grand parade. And our parade is in this format. We've now had the chance for the standard bearer and the vice standard bearer to campaign, really campaign together. At ATS, they went separate way and they just sat down there for a few 5-10 minutes, and that was it. So for the first time, the standard bearer Joseph Boakai, the vice standard bearer Jeremiah Kuhn, they will be on the same foot. They will ride around. So the parade starts at 9 a.m. at the ELWA junction. There will be Sunday. And the parade will kick off with District 6 and District 5. They will gather at ELWA junction to begin the parade with the standard bearer, the vice standard bearer, the rescue model, the Moserado County senatorial candidate, Comrade Kevin Wilmot GMP, and we'll move on from there. We'll pass through to GSA Road Junction. So all along the way, people would line up. As we move, we join the parade up to Dupont Road Junction, and the people from District 4 will begin to join from GSA Road Junction up to Dupont Road. Those that are to Sokley, Omega, they will join the people from District 1 and District 3 to join the parade at Red Light. Some people from District 5 will also line up from Police Academy Junction. So we will turn in on the Jibrin Freeway, or what we usually call Somalia Drive, and move on. Other people from other parts of District 5 will join up from the 72nd Junction, and then people from the Johnsonville and Park Hopping and other places, Pipeline, will begin to join up from Nizo Junction. District 2, all along the route, District 12, District 11, District 13. Senator Dillon is starting from that end, or he will come here. The districts will be led by their respective representative candidates. As we move on, they join the parade. There will be people, there may be people who don't want to march. They will still come along the way and just wave. The people from 17, District 17, 16, and 15, they will be led by their respective representative candidates. They will march up to Freeport, where they will join the parade. And from Freeport on, District 14 will begin to join. And the people from District 7, as we cross the bridge, they will join up Crown Hill and will join on the main road on the Crown Hill going towards the bypass, where District 8, led by Prince Toad, will begin to join us. We'll move on to Cinco, District 9, District 10, Congo Town, and back to ELWA Junction. At the closure, I will make a very short statement to the people, and it will be clamoured by the standard bearer, who will give his final campaign message for the closing of our campaign before they are.
That is 24 hours to campaign closure. So after that moment, you're not going to see you in the street again.
No, we're not coming in the street again.
Catch you in a street.
When you catch your anything, you catch your anything you want to.
Yeah.
When we finish, we encourage our people Sunday, stay off the streets. Remain to your house. Take that time to rest. Take Monday to rest and get prepared for Tuesday. Tuesday, when you go to that polling station, some of you, when you're going, you just carry your food. When you vote there, you sit down. Some people will sit there to the polling station.
No space. That they go home.
No, they're not going there. They will just be around to tell them that we say we are looking at protecting our vote.
Yeah, people.
They will just be there. That the people outside there, they telling you, Chris, we are just remember that we outside here, we're protecting our vote, money our vote. We're not going home, we'll be there. We'll sit down there, so other people will go cook and bring it. The other people eat, other people go home and prepare, they come back.
It's too healthy. No wonder why you guys raising money.
Yo,
it's going to be a health tax.
Let me tell you something, Chris. There are 5,890 polling stations. Multiply that by 2. That's the number of That would be 11,782 or something. 7,180
Mhm.
pool washers alone. And then you have 2,080 precincts. Each precinct will have a supervisor. So that's a really a lot of money. And we are not going to leave any single polling station untouched. We will have polling supervisors, we have poll watchers at each and every polling station across the country.
Okay, so elections actually are not cheap. You got to spend, and then it takes all the energy and make you stressful. Where will you be on election night?
Election night, after voting, first we'll move around to observe what's happening to various districts and communities and precincts. After that, when the counting shall have started, I will be with Patrick Horner at the station, newly testing. He's still on test transmission, Punch FM.
You play where you eat a tabagi today?
Yeah, so I will be there, and we will be connecting with the Spoon Talk that night. We'll also be connecting with other radio stations, just to know that people are reporting results. They're reporting the right one.
And you can depend on us. This is where we do it better.
And the reason why I said we'll be listening to your
state of the nation.
Because you know, all the news then passing around. Yeah, so some they say, oh, they made them paying people, community radio stations, to just be announcing fake results. So I said, so how does that change the results if we have our pool
Well,
washer?
that was tested during the midterm, and that station was embarrassed at the end, and we triumphed. Those who were reading the actual numbers
The right
triumphed
result.
actually. And
Exactly. And when you do that with your station, particularly in the rural area, just going to make people to lose respect for you.
thank you so much. Let's take a few calls. 077-514-4278. 077-514-4278. We'll do this one and we end by 10 minutes up to 4 o'clock. And then we take it from 10 to 4:15. We talk to some young people from Bon County before we can take the presidential candidate at 4:15. This caller is on. As for good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Chris, and good afternoon to the guests in studio. So one thing I want to say about if the Ambassador Boakai believe in education, then the word the president used that he repeated, I want to know what is a word that our children will listen to it and want to carry it, and that he will want to repeat that same word. Because when we making these kind of words and children listen to the
what a word.
Hold on, we'll talk. Yeah, go on.
So I want to know if it's a war, but to them, to the Unity Party, I hope that they will continue to preach the peace of the messages of peace, so that when somebody take your clothes while you are bathing, don't follow them, because they will say you are also crazy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. More address your concern. Let me take this caller. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Prince. I join you from the most airport and Namib district.
My man, I don't get time for all those things. I beg you, please. This platform is for mature people. I will not get time for all those kind of words. Please go ahead, Chief. Go ahead.
Try to let them know that beginning from tomorrow we will be contact at the community will be contact live.
All right, thank you. Let me take one of your. Hello,
people.
Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Thank you. This is the voice of Chief Patrick Dewey, and let me say good evening to my senior Paladin Mo Ali. Chief, I gave you a political salute from my end. You have said it all, Chief. And I'm closely following, as you said, on October 10th, after 14, some of us will not leave the team. will remain there. Even for me, and I will be there because I'm going to vote in the fact that the right is also central high school. So let me say good to you and good to the Liberian people and for to see better Liberian honor Joseph Boakai president.
Thank you. Nice caller.
Hello?
Yes.
My name is Eric McKelly and I call from ELV.
Eric, let's hear you. 1 minute.
Let me say thank you for the program and many thanks to the campaign team. I'm really calling on them to please try their possible best to protect our vote. Some of us really wanted to serve as pool washer, but we couldn't get through the system, but we will be outside protecting the vote.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I want to know if the organ is going to Nimba, because all the tour I have not heard about Nimba.
What? Anyway, more will address that concern. Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Let me take another call. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Brian Brown from Bannerville.
Yes, Brown, let's hear you.
Yeah. We heard from our candidate in this number 11 that they will be launching on the same day that the party will be close to this campaign. Don't you think it's going to affect?
Who is the candidate for 11? Who?
Already number 2.
Okay. More address the concern. Thank you for that good question. Let me take the last one. We have to go. Time is fast spent. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
And let me say good evening to our studio guests.
Why are you calling me Clarence?
Oh, I thought our uncle. I'm sorry.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, in fact, you pay far like uncle calling you Uncle Clarence. Yeah.
Man, they all are Uncle Yepa. You just go sit off somewhere. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm Ramsey F. Joseph, and I do join you from district number 5, Monso Radio County. And I would so appreciate our studio guest. He has spoken plentifully. You know, you guys don't need to worry about the voting on the 10th of October. The only thing we need people to do here is to effectively set up whosoever take the information down. We want you to use the same format Ellen used 2005 and 2011. We don't want so much they want my nephew and my uncle or no. They should be responsible people who are going to the police center on Tuesday. People who somebody will bring money or tell them, say, go buy me butter or the person place or they see the person eating. Go buy me water because what they eating, you leave on there, you go, no. We want responsible people. We will do our right.
Okay, let me hold you right there. Let me hold you right there and take the last caller. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Yes, let's hear you, Pascal. Quickly, let's hear you. You are the last caller.
Thank you. I see there's a privilege. You know, you read the message. They have always been in the position to defend. You know, we have to graduate from that issue of this is politics. If I know Chris, I should defend.
What is the issue, Chief? What is the issue?
So you responded to the message that I sent you. So I want to make this clear that you guys don't love, especially you more, you don't like ability. I mean, for you to bring somebody to public disrepute and you pretend simply because you're using the platform, that is deception to the higher level. But I mean, that is between you and Mr. Ability.
And that's why I was asking you to leave it.
So it just tells us that Mr. Ability is indeed definitely right. So if I never had law for him, just for this decision, I think we have to say he's a good guy. But we know his record because we're from Nimba. We know how he stood with Nimbayans. Even with the county me, it was through Mr. Ability that some of us were being made proud as a county. Now, I mean, I heard you cataloging all of your friends. It's a good thing. But there's one thing of the Unity Party I read. I mean, honestly,
you want to conclude by asking a question?
Yeah. So let me just conclude by asking the question. So I don't know what the state stand from on the issue of war crime, but how do you feel doing business with Mr. Prince Johnson? How do you feel doing business with Eddie Staro? How do you feel doing business with Jeremiah Kuhn, who all saw themselves
We thought we are
Okay.
set a day to election,
Okay.
and you have now some uncertainty. How do you feel doing business with you?
Th-
We trust you and need that, and when you can work like will be established.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Robert Wilson, let's hear you. 1 minute.
Good afternoon, Grace.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mo Ali. Let me say thanks to the indefatigable defender of the Unity Party. I just want to assure the people of Liberia that we are going to mend our ballots. We are going to get 2 representative ballot paper looking at it vis-a-vis as the people are going to vote. We will not take nothing in this country right now to say we'll compromise anything. The people were in Grand Crew yesterday. The people were in Grand Crew. The people were demanding for rescue. We want rescue. We want rescue.
That one and I are
Now
business.
they are
Is that
people are referencing FINA. FINA not campaigning, like the president campaigning, but they're asking for FINA. You ready? So, thanks to Mo. And next, on October 10, we will vote Ambassador Boycott to get this corrupt regime that have denigrated our brother, have taken our brother backward for the past 6 years. We'll send them into the dustbin of history.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Robert Wilson, thank you. We can't take calls anymore. More quickly, in 3 minutes, you can address those concerns quickly.
This man who pressing on another Belete. Okay, let's assume that I don't like Belete. Do I have to like Belete to come on the radio station? Who told you that part of the criteria that you must stand and pronounce I love Musa Belete before you come on the radio station? So you must say not going there with that thing. Well, his concerns about how do we feel working with Prince Johnson? How do we feel working with Kuhn? How do we feel working with Talos? We feel very, very good. In fact, extremely good. As to whether our stance on war crime code has changed, absolutely not. The Unity Party is an institution driven by policy and not driven by the people who come there or by the people who leave. Where we are an ideologically based party. We have repeated consistently our stance on the establishment of war and economic crimes court has not changed. Our affiliation with nobody will make that to change. We have repeated that. And as a matter of fact, the very Senator Prince Johnson you talked about has begun to say he now welcomes the idea of the establishment of war crime court. That's what the Unity Party does. We tell people our policy, we tell people our ideology, we tell people what they stand for. And when you come there, you stand for that. Talking about Jeremiah Kuhn sold himself to this government, what Jeremiah Kuhn is part of the government. He is a senator representing his county. If this man was not representing his county well, 2 terms as representative, my brother, you say for Nima, the people of Nima were not going to vote for him. We campaigned against him for the senatorial seat. He won. He has exhibited leadership. He has exhibited leadership to the extent that he's been able to build businesses from scratch. He has empowered Liberians. He has given back to his county. And that is the kind of leadership that we need. And, you know, the person who talked about Richard Kuhn on October 7, my brother, is Richard Kuhn launching say all right because he will just use parade as part of the launching. The closing of the national campaign takes precedence over the local campaign. And thankfully, his people, he's in Monserrado. So maybe he's even going to lessen his burden and he's just going to join the national campaign closure. Protect our vote, yes, definitely. We are going to protect our vote. The first person say, I should say, if the war Kirish is a war, that's in the words of the president. I have tried checking for this war.
It's not a word.
I haven't seen it anywhere. Everywhere in England, and the king used that word, then they became English word. But since he's not the king and it is not his language, I haven't seen it in English. So I assume that it's not a war. And the journalist, the big journalist, has confirmed it.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take a break to be right back.
Let me tell you something. When we're coming in, Magdalene said he would SEA brother for she was gossiping.
SEA. Oh yes, but
I just wanted to let you know.
okay, this is how we conclude this interview with Muhammad Ali, my good friend from Advantage High School on 120 Camp Johnson. As a matter of fact, today is International Teachers Day. You want to wish some of your teachers? You want sit down? You want to wish some of your teachers? Remember them? I can remember Dixie Kupi Yeka. I can remember Joseph O. Brown, mathematics, Kupi Yeka, language and arts. I remember Copa Marcus faces, Napoleon Chatter faces, the late Ogon chemistry, and the principal herself, Lucinda Cole Carter. Let's hear you call you some of those teachers.
Oh, okay. So we are
I
Jim
feel calling my
Brown,
brother.
Raymond
Okay.
taught physics. We have Primo Kuhn taught mathematics. We had Rupert Taylor who taught chemistry, and J. Dueto
Biology.
who taught biology.
Oh, those days, man.
And you know, recently Mrs. Carter called me. I said, Mrs. Carter, I said, oh, you got me call. I said, the Oma is still energetic. And
yes, I saw a post recently, man. Oh,
now,
man.
I can sometimes sit and see her. I say, I used to manage to make everybody scared when she coming. People
Not we should do it for our own sake.
And we used to be very.
I tell you. I told you, I saw one the time we used to call you Golden Rice. You got vexed. She said, go and manage your Moali. Thank you so much. Today is International Teacher Golden Rice. So I'm gonna rescue those days, and that rice and Moali had the same complexion. See you, bro. Okay, let's take this break and be right back. This is State of the Nation.
The voting will start 8 a.m. in the morning and end 6 p.m. in the evening. Here are things you need to know about the voting process Elections Day. 1. Make sure you have your voting ID card and go to the first center where you register to vote on Elections Day. 2. When you reach at the voting center, show your voting ID card to the NEC staff and stand behind the last person on the line. Do not stand in front of others who are already in the line. 3. Only people with special needs like the physically challenged, old people, pregnant women, and young baby mothers will be taken to the front of the line to vote. 4. After a while, it will be your time to vote. Give your voter ID card to the NEC staff so that he or she can check if you should be at that center. The NEC staff will also show you your polling place. 5. When you enter the polling room or place, they will check for your name in the final registration room. 6. You will be given 3 ballot papers on Election Day: red for presidential, blue for senatorial, and green for representative. 7. You must mark with a pen or thumbprint in a box in front of the photo of the candidate of your choice. There are 3 ways to mark your ballot papers: check mark, or an X, or with your thumbprint. Note, you must only mark one time on each ballot paper. 8. If you mark using thumbprint, you should wait a moment till the mark dries before folding the ballot papers. 9. You should fold each ballot paper separately and put the ballots in the rifle box. 10. Your choice as a voter is a secret and no one has the right to know. Please watch out for the following on Election Day. 1. All registered voters are to vote on Elections Day. The voting will start 8 a.m.
Okay, so that was a peace message you heard from
in the evening. Here are things you need to know about the voting process Elections Day. 1. Make sure you have
telling his global people how to be peaceful during these elections as we are about to close. So next on this transmission is a group of elderly from Bond County, my uncles. They're in studio. We'll do this one, then we'll go later on to talk to our presidential candidate, David Cameron, who is already in the building. Good afternoon to you. Nawe, Katwai. Oh, you can hear me? I'm speaking to you. Hello? Okay, good. How are you? You don't understand my Pele? You can hear me? You can hear me now? Okay. Good afternoon to you people. Okay, so let's do the self introduction for this end from right to life. Right to life from my right here.
So, Vice Chair for Mobilization of Bon County Citizen Union.
Okay, next.
I'm Otele Abdullah, National Chairman of the Bon County Citizens Union of Liberia Incorporated.
Okay, next.
My name is Reverend Jerry Poliwati, Chairman for the Board of Directors of the Bon County Citizen Union, USA.
Okay, good. So I'm so glad to have my uncles in studio this to discuss.
I have some when that became my child headcount. So let's review.
Thank you. We are here to talk about the Bon County Citizen Union. We are focused on matters pertaining to Bon County, and we want our kinsmen all over the country to know that we from Bon County, we want to be united in this period, moving forward. So we're trying to get our kinsmen from over the country to come under one umbrella called the Bon County Citizen Union, and also our vision for the future for the country and the citizen of the country.
I'm asking the question because this is election. How you see politics,
I think there is no better time to do this. And first of all, I would like for people to know Bon County Citizen Union BCCU have been in existence for quite a long time. This union was established by Wati for the purpose of bringing Bon County citizens together and associate of Bon County, and also in particular the Bella tribe and those who are connected to the Bella tribe and who are connected to Bon County. That was the reason we came together, and we know that in our tribe we say Tumbang Juhagai. So which means that if you are united, you can break apart and you can do everything together. So that's why we have this vision. And since Dr. Wati was assassinated in the United States, we want to carry on that legacy to help people from the country. And as you are aware, Bon County is in every county in Liberia. Bon County, I think you can attest to that because you find Bon County in every county in Liberia, and we want to bring them under one umbrella called the Bon County Citizen Union, BCCU.
Okay, so let me come to the tenant. What is the intent? Can we expand on the intent of bringing this? I agree that every county, especially in Western Liberia, every county will see one county there. How are you going to organize this union?
As Reverend have just stated on just a short period of time, they just talked on that the Bon Citizen Union was organized 2 years back ago, and that the year was 2002. And we are established in all of the 15 counties. We have county coordinators, and they all are there. and they will have county offices and have district offices and local to the zones. So at this hour, call upon our citizens to be very careful with what they do, what happens, especially when we come to election. We are now looking at too much election in this country. We want to be careful because of the kind of hindering that is taking place in our country, the kind of threats. And our people to be very careful, to be mindful, to get go and vote with our mind and our conscience. We're not telling anybody to go and vote for another political party. And we want them to be very careful because we're concerned about their life and voting. So we decided to come back to the press, especially the radio station, to tell our members and across the country to be very mindful how to go about to have going through by the voting, and they should know that we stand back and to see, because we are back with other things in our country, especially we not have no clinics, other things to see the welfare of our people. So definitely we are appealing to them to please be careful at the end of the time that we all that will be the one country that will be serving. We should get at one another as well. We get heard from Lofa. We don't want that to happen, especially for our people in the Borough County. We are very sorry for what happened in Lofa, and that's why we condemn special act. So that's why God ought to come this far to come and tell the world to please join us to send international observers to mind our people, to get in the way forward, and but we can send our people to see how they can have the election in this country to be peaceful.
Okay, sorry, just right?
Yeah, Plateau.
Yes. That number is very large. We certainly get these people, the people under the
then they are told our minds are disabused and told what this organization is intended for.
Of course. This organization is not a new organization. It is an old organization that has been established for a longer time. And as a mobilization chairperson, I have gone to a few countries, and we have the branches well structured there. If we go to Kitmon, we got Little Banga, we have BCCU well structured. We have one Richard Va from Winnicott who resides there. He's the chairperson. And we also get Samuel Smith. If we come to Riverside, we have one Kennedy Cole, who is also there. Then get to Sando, we got one Smoke King. Okay, getting to Grand Creek already, James or Ole. Getting to Riverside, we have the only woman who is Nyama Flomo. Then come to Grand Gila, we got Peter Garwo. Okay, so Bonkate Citizen Union is well established, and we have just come to encourage everyone to take time in the election process. Listen to the BCCU chairperson, they will be instructing you. It's our right to vote, even though we are not a political officer, political organization, but it's our right to vote and to vote the right person for the country. So we called upon them to unite themselves so that they can listen to the head of the organization for the way forward.
Okay, so Reverend, something must have caused this dream that you want to resurrect. As you said, one of your kinsmen got assassinated in the U.S., Dr. Wati, right?
Yes.
Where did he leave this organization, and where are you starting from, Reverend?
Thank you for the question. First of all, let me talk a little bit about the branch in the United States. Dr. Gobudulo Wati was a man of vision, and he established this union so that to help other Liberians to get educated. When he first started the union in Baltimore, Maryland, he established a sister city relationship with Banga. And in that relationship, so many Bon County citizens benefited.
And I think I can testify as a child in Bon County, student in Bon County, the city mayor of Banga then was James Norris.
Yes.
Banga benefited from our Baltimore Banga's sister relationship.
Yes.
There was a garbage truck donated to Bon County. I still remember.
Right. So with those legacy, he was aiming to really connect Liberia, not only Bon County, to Liberia, connect Liberia to the outside world. And that dream, we want to carry on that legacy. And since his assassination, everything went dormant. And as a small brother, and also my brother here, the chairman for the Bon County Citizen Union, Otelo Flomoto, and my brother Tomo Plateau, is a Prato, and they have been working here in Liberia, and I have been in the United States communicating with them. And so we say that, Lord, their dream cannot die down because we have to do something to help, to continue helping our people. And the only way we can do that, unless we do it in group, unless we be united, then you have more leverage to lobby, and call people attention to our country so that we all together can develop this country. And we feel that we can do it this way by uniting people, particularly those who connect themselves with Bon County. We can do it together, and not only stopping, but the Bon Citizen Union is for everyone, every Liberian who want to be members. And before, there was a Lebanese man in Banga, member of the Bon Citizen Union, and during those days, in Norristown, there were so many people associated themselves with Bon Citizen Union, different tribes, Mandingos. In fact, Dr. Wati, the bank, he had to go in the United States. There are so many Mandingos in the bank, and all of them, and they are there after assassination. Everybody came together in Baltimore, and I was leading that, and they all praised him and the program he put together. So we cannot allow this program to die down, and we are appealing to our kinsmen and the associate of Bon County to come and join us so we can carry on the legacy, and that's the dream that we want to carry on.
So, have you made any contact with the people in Bon County? I know they are spread across Liberia, but the county that is known for the people is Bon County. Have you dispatched anyone there? Are meetings being held for the revitalization of the Bon County Citizen Union?
Of course. We have Rhonda Smith.
What are the people telling you?
No, eager hearing me now as I speak as chairperson of the union. They're eager to hear me to speak to them at the hour. They have been wishing to hear from me to see why I'm now being on the radio, why I'm not been discussing to tell them what to do. But they have been eager, been discussing beyond the line. And so today I decided to come up, and we decided to come out as other committee members to discuss about the union. The same were funded, and we've been carrying a lot of work. And I speak to you, we have a lot of work to be done, but we can discuss on the phone. But our main problem today is to tell our people to be very careful with this election. Be very, very critical, so we must be able to understand that Nigeria is enough for one person, for everyone else. But let us work together, we'll understand. Let's be peaceful.
You're not telling them who to vote for. You're telling them to vote and be peaceful.
Yeah.
Vote their conscience. Thomas, you think your people will listen at you or listen to you? Or which way everyone?
Well,
yes. Let's hear you.
They will listen to us because the purpose of the organization is to unite the citizens and also to care for each other. So we know that they are going to vote their conscience.
Okay. Yeah. You want to add up?
Yeah, to buttress that, we can, we take into consideration other country election. And in every situation, we see that every part of the world and country around the world, that's why we vote for our leaders. And we know that majority win the votes. I don't care where you are. And also we should know that, like, I was listening to one radio station. They were talking about the people that money from various areas, and they try to identify themselves from the area they are running. I think that is not bad because As for one, if I'm from Bonkande, I'm from Bonkande. You can't change that, and I can't pay for that because I'm from there. That's a fact. And if I'm Pelham, I'm a Pelham. It's in my DNA. I can't apologize for that. So I think that calling upon our people to listen to us, particularly the chairman for mobilization was saying, for direction in election, I think it would be a good thing so that we can particularly talk to our people and so they can collectively look at our value, what we stand for, what is it that you want from the person who you want him or her to be your leader. So that's what we'll be looking for, and that's what the direction in which we want to direct them if they consult with us, which of course we also want them to vote their conscience. Of course, everybody has to vote their conscience. And conscience means your interest. What is your interest? What you find in the person that you want to vote for? Because you're voting for the man for the next 6 years, and you are voting for another person for the next, I don't know, 9 years. So you must know that when your vote is very important, and we want them to know. Nobody should say, I'm not going to vote because they that you are throwing that what I call your right. Everybody, we as Reverend will say we are not in politics, but we'll not be making a mistake when we say we are not in politics because we had the obligation as a Liberia to make our choice, and we got to vote. So that's why we are really encouraging our members to listen to the leadership, the citizen leadership, so that we can be able to show them the light, and which of course, who stand for our interests, who carry our interests, and we are calling them to be present. And we're having a meeting. We're having a meeting on tomorrow, October the 6th, at starting at 3 p.m. Behind Tissue Factory, Bonar Farm, to the Bonkande Citizen Union head office. And we're going to be having that meeting, and we encourage every one of them to come wheresoever they are, so that we can share with them and our belief.
Welcome to Citizen Union. I'm going to be on tomorrow behind the Tissue Factory in our farm, and they call themselves Welcome to Citizen Union. They will open the line, they have to participate, and I ask you some questions that might have slipped out for me, and the people of Baltimore are concerned about this. But before they open the line, you know how much should all as long as you from one country, you are automatically become member.
No, what we're doing, we have a form and an ID card I established before. Matter of fact, I want to let you know that Bonkande have been engaged in farming all many other countries. We the leader who was the chairman of the board of directors, which was my older brother, he established a farming system because he feel that Liberia can support itself when they go to farming to produce their own food. So he established a farming system and try to forage that. He bought, I think, I will tell you, motorbike at the time, and also a communication device, so that various area can be able to communicate with one another, and that farming was going on. And I think that the chairman will tell you that we also have a farmland in those areas, and even some pineapple farms still going on. So we feel that we can do better when we can support ourselves, not to rely on the race, not to rely on other things, but we can do it ourselves by going back to the source. So this is the dream that we want to bring to.
Okay, so tell me, you want to tell us about besides pineapple, some of the things that
Where the union, we have 25 acres of lands in Babalu now. Anybody want to go on Babalu, which we have a farm there. We have a cassava farm there. They white in Grand Bazaar. The Simo way there. We had a farm. Yeah, because we got the branches. That's the branches that was trying to support them here. Well, we have somebody knowing at the farmer, as Reverend just said, we have carry in the Center of Quality Research. So if you go there, you want to farm, you go behind Gala N, we found over 25 acres of land, which was handled by Harris Nothing, and which is now probably that you're not going there, not been too well. And, so,
after this one, we'll take presidential candidates. Come on. Who is already in the building? 07751 One County Citizen. It is time to ask a question. One County Citizen Unit. There is a full meeting. Last minute on tomorrow about young people that want to so that all of you can myself. At this time, Victor, let me see what I can take this call. Hello? Hello? So 07751442278. 07751442278. This call is on. Hello? 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 Okay. 07751442278. The phone is taking around 5 minutes. So by the time we see our first caller, then the future. This caller is on. Aaron Colley, good afternoon to you, Aaron. I was from Ball County.
oh,
That's the problem that was usual.
Our only capital was Senator Moy.
No.
I have a Lefa right Medicaid there. I have more than 5,000.
That's the way you got the accent. You don't come to me. Go ahead, make a
Interesting. I appreciate the effort because agriculture is the way I've been moving all over. China, other countries attest to that. So I'm very interested to be part of the organization. But I'm on my way to Rivers, so I will really make that meeting. Or they can create a chat room, someone can find our way through, and then we can move on from there.
All right, thank you. You're calling. This caller is all right.
Yeah, how are you?
What's your name?
Thank you.
All right. Let the last one that he suggested. Hello. Let's say.
My name is Bobby Telekos on my I just want to ask the people there, please. Different shop, can you join the organization?
Good question. They're taking notes. Let's call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Chris.
Yes.
Sorry for that. People used to Galata try come on.
now,
that's why that's right.
So I want to thank the people in studio and that's a good venture. But before they leave, I wanted to give a peaceful prayer message. Madeline asked me to do, let them do it to give it to our people. And they should go for one better person, but the thing is that they should go all over the various counties to establish a branch in my hometown refugees so we can be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Last call.
Yeah, how are you all?
Let's say you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm calling from my three one. Like this.
That's how you take it.
Yeah, my name is John Watty from Bamo. I would like to train a student there. In the very much. 2005 umbrella. Those are my one people here to rock. In one life. I
I would thank you. Don't stand up so that we can do one of the country and like ourselves and the better position that tomorrow will recognize. Okay, thank you very much. Now let me go back to the studio. These are all complimentary calls. Nobody has any that the call on and say it is a good filter, and they are worried that people will tell and people will see it as a good filter so that everyone can participate. So let me go to Thomas. Thomas,
Yeah.
they come to Othello doesn't join the closer.
Okay. The caller that asks whether different tribes can be part of the BCCU is 100% true. We encourage different parties, different tribes to be part of the organization. For a matter of fact, we are saying Bone County. And in Bone County, all of the 16 tribes in Liberia are in Bone County. So we can't deprive anybody from becoming a member of the institution. Now, the next one is that we should speak a Pele to the people. Okay, I want to try to speak that Pele. Kuna gatwae wa koga video kwa na hada kama true event. Upadule kapona age election tangi kuke ku tangi people ba get vulgele. But ha gana ukwana wone na uli la minga ta hu. Well buri ka artiste artiste buri akbe ga han ku pang ku kewa. So kwale na age kwa ku nwanga ku ahani dabo ke ku mei kai. Kwa hie kwa ku ngela ku nwai kon ko ba boge me. Anda mo die ye itwa ya bread nda to ge nya gata. So ko ga kwa we age ku ke kwa boge awu ku po ku li hu. Artiste.
All right. Kamu kuat di kapal na yo. Bongkan de yo.
Yo.
So ngo line in the mind about my bong one. Nyawo na to make man at bonga dan de na la. So I worry kapal na nga preka ko. E ma pa ku we to ku ke kwa ka ya kuring da kwa mai de ngata de ke mai. So hang aweka di prepare kwa prenga. Da ku krong ngam prenga ke kwa prenga wa ku ku lege ne ma ge kwa prenga. Ku kan ko bonkan ne ko la hai to na ya ga ko wan iga pa de mo ipi ma pa won ya ko agba won yo ko aten ba paten ya ne kwa gomenda ne kwa won bonkan ne la na ile de menite ni ka goro ka ni ga ma ka buru ga me ka buru ga ma goro ha ma ka ni na ka na ile de bi ka ni la de wo ka se na.
Okay, so let's hear it.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I just want to be grateful to you by hosting all this afternoon and all those people that call in order to talk to us and appreciate us. We really appreciate you all. I think my brothers, they have stated very well in Pele. And I would like to just buttress what they have said and also make a little introduction because maybe people want to know, some little thing for us. You can see Thomas Prato. Thomas Prato, he has ambition. He put his name in the ballot. He is running for district number 4 as representative. And I'm appealing to all my people, when you look on the ballots, it's Thomas Prato. Look for that number 15. And also we see my brother here, Otello Flumodolo. He is the chairman of the Bond Citizen Union. He has worked tirelessly in the union after the assassination of the board of directors in the state. He has been on his feet, and he has done well for the union and spending money here and there. And also, I want to just introduce a little bit about myself. I'm from the United States and also Associate Minister of the Central Baptist Church in Baltimore City, USA. I'm in Maryland, USA. Also, I ran as Vice Standard Bearer to Chile in the 2011 presidential election. You know, this country is for every one of us, and we had to look for a way to contribute to development, and we had to see that our country be on new footing, so development can flourish in Liberia. And we who live in the diaspora, if anybody is hearing me, do your part. You know, we must always visit our country. We must always come to visit, and whatsoever we can get is better to contact. And nowhere is better than home, because everywhere I travel in the United States, if even I go in a church to preach, after the church, people coming to me, where you from? I can't say I'm not coming from Liberia. I have to say I'm a Liberian, because they already know. So this is the only country we have, and we're appealing to our members to be peaceful and let the election pass. When the election pass, we'll still be a Liberian. Every Liberian has the choice to make. We cannot stop. You are not agreeing with my choice. You're not my enemy. We are just opposing one another, that opposing view. So don't take opposing view to be personal. I'm appealing to everybody. Thank you very much, and God bless our country, Liberia.
Thanks so much for
Hello, my Liberian people. Tuesday, October 10 is our elections day. The voting will start 8 a.m. in the morning and end 6 p.m. in the evening. Here are things you need to know about the voting process elections day. 1. Make sure you have your voting ID card and go to the first center where you register to vote on elections day. 2. When you reach at the voting center, show your voting ID card to the NEC staff and stand behind the last person on the line. Do not stand in front of others who are already in the line. 3. Only people with special needs like the physically challenged, old people, pregnant women, and young baby mothers will be taken to the front of the line to vote. 4. After a while, it will be your time to vote. Give your voter ID card to the NEC staff so that he or she can check if you should be at that center. The NEC staff will also show you your polling place or room. 5. When you enter the polling room or place, they will check for your name in the final registration room. 6.
That's okay. We are servants. We are. Yep.
Thank you so much for being with us, and welcome to State of the Nation.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me here, buddy.
We were
Appreciate
together
it.
doing the debate, man. Yes, thank you
We
for
did.
turning out
We did.
to our invitation.
And quite frankly, you guys are among some of the best journalists we got on the continent in Africa. And I'm telling you for sure, I've been, I don't know, you are part of the group that just makes journalism better in Africa.
Thank you.
And we appreciate that.
Thank you so much for your compliment, and we accept that. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the discussion. At least 40 minutes of discussion. We should be ending by 10 minutes after 5 o'clock. We negotiated with the program coming just after this to give us 10 minutes because of some downward or upward adjustment in time we have to make. Before we go into it, I saw you in my office with some of your, so you met your kinsmen, right? Those the people who were just on the radio.
Yeah, and meeting people from Bong County.
You're from Bong too?
Yeah, I'm from Bong. I was born in Grambassa County. So I always tell people I'm a man. I know of many origins. My parents come from Bong County. I was born in Buchanan, Grambassa County, and raised in Montserrat County, and then I live in Maggie County.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome again. So let's get into this thing. Self-introduction. We will pretend as if we don't know you. You have to introduce yourself and your political party, whether independent or party, which one. Let's hear you. The microphone is open.
Yeah, look, to the Liberians and those who really don't know me as an individual, my name is David Braweng Kiamu, and that's what the David GB Kiamu actually stands for. My parents come from Bong County, so then by blood I am from Bong, but by birth I come from Grambassa County. I started my primary education in the SEAH Public School in Street Number 3, Grambassa County, and then matriculated to the St. Peter's Clover High School in Buchanan, and then moved over to Cathedral High School in Monrovia on top of Broad Street, and I did the 9th grade schooling there, and then moved to BWI in 1985, graduated 1988, did the diploma in general agriculture. And then while I was on BWI, I got so much involved with the Lawana Fellowship. So I think from the Lawana Christian Fellowship activities, I got some interest in ministry. So right after graduation, I worked for a while with the Liberia Cocoa and Coffee Corporation as an agricultural field assistant in Grand Jita County. And then when the war kind of intensified, I came back to Monrovia and then got to the Baptist Seminary, where I did the Bachelor of Theology degree and graduated in 2000. And 2002 went to Kenya, where I earned a Master of Theology degree, came back to Liberia and started the denomination called the Evangelical Free Church of West Africa. It started from Liberia and then spread to West Africa. I served as their bishop or president for some 8 years, and my term in office was over. And so in 2014, I joined politics in Liberia, was the first Secretary General of the Liberian Party, and resigned upon being a part of the group that formed the CPP. Right after that, I resigned, and then we kind of moved into forming with other people what we call the Democratic People's Party of Liberia, which is a conservative political party in Liberia founded on conservative principles. So that's a little bit about me. I'm a father of 4 adult children. I'm married to Lucy Uti Kemu. Lucy is from Nimba County. I was 26 years old. She was 24, and we got married. We enjoying a happy marriage life. We've been in it for some 31, 32 years, and God has used us to start church in Liberia, in the 15 West African countries, and we started ministries in other parts of Africa, let's say about 28 African countries. We enjoy being back in Liberia and making our contributions to the political life of our country, and just making sure that Liberia becomes the country she needs to be. We are into, my wife and I, we started several schools, we started several churches, we have microfinance programs, we started scholarship programs, we sponsor kids from nursery to university. We ran that for some time, and so that's me. That's our life, and we enjoyed being back in Liberia. Now we are looking for opportunity to even do
Okay,
more.
maybe that's the reason why you want to be president.
That's
Okay,
why I
before
want
we
to
come to that, you said you form a conservative party. Why not liberal?
Well, look, I'm a member of the the clergy. I'm a Christian, Judeo-Christian faith, and so we are conservative. We're not liberal because we believe that as members of the conservative Christian church, values that we need to protect, values like honesty, values like hard work, values like every citizen or every unborn child has a right to life. We don't believe in abortion. Those values are conservative values. We believe when people work hard, they should be paid for what they works for, and every hard working person must benefit from their hard work. Those are conservative values. And we believe in the dignity of life for every person. Those are conservative values. And so we believe that forming a political party on conservative values or on conservative lines, there are many parties in other countries around the world that are conservative parties, and they're doing very well. You go to America, you got the Republican Party. It's a conservative party. You go to Sweden, you go to the Scandinavian countries. Most of the parties there are conservative. Some of course are liberal, but we have decided that for this country to move forward, it has to be led by a conservative group of people who believe in conservative values.
Sometimes
And
you could run into fundamentalism. You want to be
but that's okay.
you
What's wrong with
want to subject yourself to fundamentalism.
what's wrong with that? I mean,
The
you can't
constitution
satisfy
itself,
everybody.
our constitution itself is
Listen,
liberal.
listen. Just because the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia is liberal, doesn't mean that everybody in the country is liberal. And I'm not a liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm a conservative. I raised my children on conservative values. I've started several schools and I run them on conservative values. And the kids are doing very well. There is something wrong with liberalism, and I fight liberalism very strongly. But again, I also believe in the culture of tolerance. So if a brother chooses or a sister chooses to be liberal, I want them to respect my right as a citizen that believe in conservative values. But I also, as a conservative, need to respect their value. They chose to be liberal. And this we cannot. Nobody has the right to impose liberal values on the Republic of Liberia. Nobody.
But the constitution does.
Listen. The Constitution does not say Liberia is a liberal country. It says Liberia is a secular country. And
By extension, liberalism is equated to secularism.
No, secularism is different from liberalism. That's not why we're actually here today anyway. But we want to let people know in this country was founded the Declaration of Independence was signed in the Providence Baptist Church by not liberal people, conservative, faith-based people. So this country can declare herself a secular state, but it does not erase the fact that the Declaration of Independence was signed in the Providence Baptist Church, and DPPL as a conservative party is to protect that heritage. Other people who want to believe and practice secularism and liberalism, they have a right, but we in the same country that are conservative, we have a right to protect our conservative values, and DPPL is a party that will protect conservative values on which Liberia was built. Now, we're not saying that liberals cannot be a part of Liberia, they can, but this country was built on certain values. We need to protect those values, and part of our constitution that the freedom of everybody to live in this country. Conservatives have a right to live here, and liberals have a right to live here. We need to be tolerant of each other. We have just chosen to be conservative.
Okay. So yes, that is it. So we have 5 days to elections. David Cameron, eventual winner of these elections as presidential candidate. Tell us, what does Liberia stand to look like under a David Cameron leadership?
Liberia, under a leadership headed by David Cameron, will run and survive on strong institutions. That's our platform. Listen, this country has institutions. The institutions are very weak, non-functional. And so what we want to do when giving an opportunity is to make Liberia a country that is run on or by independent, functional institutions based on honesty, hard work, accountability, discipline, respect for the rule of law, respect for the dignity of other people. In this country, we give credence to powerful individuals. When I am president for this country, I will fight for making institutions in this country strong and functional, and institutions will be stronger than individuals. We are not going to have a country run by powerful individuals as it is right now. Institutions will be stronger, and institutions will be independent. And when I talk about those institutions, for example, I'm talking about, look at our judicial sector. I'm saying we need to call for institutional reform in the country. Our justice system needs to be reformed. We need to clean up the justice system, empower the justice system, resource the justice system, get lawyers and judges that don't just have capacity, but they also have character. They have competence, they have capacity, they have character. That's the kind of country I want to be president for. And then I'm also calling for reform in our law enforcement sector, the police. And when I talk about law enforcement, I'm talking about the police, I'm talking about immigration, I'm talking about the customs, I'm talking about drug enforcement. Those institutions, they have to be reformed. We need to clean up those institutions, bring in professional staff, give them what they need, provide logistics, resource them, and make sure they function well. The next group of institutions we need to reform is the integrity institution. We need to be independent. Look at the Liberia anti-corruption.
You're listening to it.
The General Auditing Commission. Those institutions need to be strengthened. They need to be given independence.
They're not strengthened?
They are not strengthened. They are bulldogs. They are dogs with no teeth to bite. When I am president of this country, We will remove the powers from these powerful individuals, and we will invest powers in the institutions. Look, buddy, institutions around the world that thrive and do well are institutions that are managed, or that are institutions that are run on, I mean, they are countries that run on independent, powerful, strong institutions. That's why in America, Trump could go to court, because the institutions are powerful than the individuals. So I am giving myself forward to lead a campaign when I'm president, so that we make the institutions in this country stronger, and we make individuals weak. Individuals need to be accountable to the systems. The more we have a president like me that has the guts to do that, begin to do that, things will get on course in this country, and we will hold people accountable. So the judicial system needs to be reformed. The integrity institutions need to be reformed. The law enforcement institutions need to be reformed. Our educational system needs to be reformed. The health sector, need to be reformed. And all the institutions of government, our infrastructural institutions, they are all weak. And the current leadership has exercised very weak. And none of them is functioning the way they should function. So we are saying, as president, and I'm asking the Liberian people, listen to me, I'm begging the Liberian people, give me an opportunity so that we make the institutions and the systems in this country work for you, the Liberian people, for all of us, so that these men and women who think they are so powerful, we can take the powers from them. We don't need a country.
Mr. Kennedy, this thing has been said repeatedly by people, and when they come there,
listen, it has been said by people, not by me. I don't know who the other people are.
You don't know
I know myself.
The history of liberal body politics.
I know myself. I'm not a talkative. A lot of them are talkative, big mouth, loud mouth people. You know how long it's been you've not heard me, and I'm quiet. When I'm quiet, I'm working on things because I say what I do and I do what I say. So when I say I am running on a platform for us to have institutions that are functional, independent, I mean it. And if the Liberian people choose, look, I have a track record. I was in my 20s when I started a denomination. We wrote a constitution, and the constitution said when you serve as president of the denomination for 2 terms, 4, 2 terms, you don't run anymore. By the time I was finishing 30 years, 30 going to the 40s, my term in office was over. Listen, I obeyed the constitution. I stepped down. The evangelical free churches of West Africa that I started by the grace of God when I was just in my 20s, is spread throughout West Africa, and we have works going on, Reach Africa. We got works going on in 28 African countries. I am no longer the leader of the movement. I stepped down. I'm an institutional president. I'm just looking for an opportunity so we can make Liberia an institutional country, because the people in this country believe in individuals, and we need to change that, because individuals will come, individuals will go, but institutions will remain. So if we strengthen our institutions, if we resource our institutions, and we make our institutions independent, then we will have a Liberia that works. Right now, we got so powerful men and powerful women hanging around here, doing nothing in a weak country that has weak systems. I don't want to be part of these kind of leaders that are running a country where institutions are weak. We want to make our institutions strong, because that's the way forward. That's the way forward.
Okay, making institutions strong, and that's the way forward. So it's good to have you on. We have a few more minutes to be here. If you are tuning in and watching as well, this is presidential candidate Mr. David Cameron. and he's here with us, and we have few more minutes to go. So I say when you come late to church, you don't raise song, but have you closed your camping activities?
I'm rounding up, and I'm going to be in church
Okay.
on Sunday, one of my churches, and by the grace of God, we will be thanking God
And
for
where is that?
in Thinkers Village. If you come to Thinkers Village around Dr. Roland Massaqua's house, going towards the beach, there is a church called Life Point Chapel. That was the third church by the grace of God, we were able to start. But after the new president of our church took over, he graciously, Reverend Jimmy McCarthy, my president, allowed me to pastor that church. Now that I've turned over the pastorate of that church, and the new pastor is Pastor Matthew Gonkewo, and he has graciously accepted that Sunday I can go there for Thanksgiving service and tell God thank you for the camping season. We've enjoyed his favor, his protection, and I'm really thankful to the Lord for that.
So if you are asked to, if Madam Deviator Brown was right before you, and you have a question or questions for her, what will you be asking her?
I don't know. I should be asking Deviator Brown, Madam Deviator Brown, any question right now. She's got a lot on her plate. All I can tell her is you and your team, thank you. Look, if I didn't believe in the institution for the Elections Commission, I would not participate in an election. It is weaklings who become part of a system, and you're crying. We are
no, but Mr. Kemo, commissioners will always tell you there are challenges.
There are challenges, and we all need to accept. Every person who is a leader, a true leader, knows that even the institutions we run, the institutions have challenges. So the Election Commission also does have challenges. And as leaders, we need to thank them. We need to have faith in what they are doing. They are making contributions. I get a little upset. You don't believe in the system? Then don't run. Sit down. Say you don't believe in it. But go to election, people cry. Oh, the people will cheat.
No, but like for example, the FRR is something that I mean, it's a right to request as long as you are a candidate.
Listen, it is a right to request, and we all have requested that. But
have you received it?
I should say, oh, my party has received some of them, and I just, my chairman sent some stuff to me, and I'm looking at them. But in as much as they are coming at this time, I wish we had some other people just ask, what are the challenges you're going through?
Don't you see that as a violation?
You know, I'm a problem solver, and I want to encourage people to be problem solvers. When you say, oh, that's a violation, you know, sometimes before you say it's a violation, go to the people and say, what are the challenges? Sometimes when you ask people what they are actually going through and why certain things happen where they are as a leader, then you can start sympathizing with them. What makes people now want to understand what other people are going through is arrogance and suspicion. You know that, oh, we don't.
But this is constitutional. I mean, this is not something that you know we don't expect. It's not an impromptu meeting. It's something that is constitutional, and you know we know that this will come after 5-6 years. So why can't we prepare for it?
I am not here to defend Elections Commission, but I want to let the Liberian people know what I will deliver to Liberia when giving the presidency. What I'm trying to say is that every institution, including the ones I've been naming, including the Elections Commission, they do have their challenges. And as leaders, if we sit and we understand the challenges other people go through, we can sympathize with them. The reason we argue and we make all these comments is sometimes we don't want. I'm not a big supporter. I appreciate what Elections Commission is doing. They do have their weaknesses. They have made some mistakes, but you know, every person needs to be understood and treated with grace. They need to be treated with grace. There were other people who were in power recently. They made some errors as well, and they wanted us to treat them with grace.
But then there's no need for you to have a contestant in these elections. Yeah, because I mean, you accept people, you accept things as as they are. You accept things as they are. You got
no. That's a misunderstanding. That's a misunderstanding. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is, take for example, you are running this radio station. Somebody who is sitting at home listening to this program, all of a sudden, maybe in a few minutes, the station goes off, and the person gets real mad.
That's what happens.
I'm coming, and the person is like, look at True FM. They're not even organized. And maybe what happened was just a situation that was triggered by a generator or some kind of thing that went off. And if somebody is so concerned, they should have called and say, hey man, we're enjoying your program right now. What happened? And say, oh man, sorry, we didn't intend to do that. It is the generator. So we're just switching from this day. We could have informed you people. We didn't inform you people because it just happened. You see, if the person took their time and asked that question and you give them that explanation, then the person will start being in sympathy with you for what just happened. Not to ask that question and to sit at home and assume that, they just to cut the program off because they don't like Reverend Camus, he's an opposition, and they are supporting other parties, and they don't want to listen to him. That's why they just did it so they can cut him off. Now, when the person understands that, no, they just didn't cut him off, there was something that happened. The person will begin to feel sorry for this radio station. That's what I'm saying. So here's what I'm saying. I am saying, in as much as the Elections Commission, we all know what it's supposed to do. I'm not here to plead for them. I'm here to tell the Liberian people what I will deliver. But because you asked that question, I'm not going to antagonize the Elections Commission. I don't mouth people.
No. It's not about mouthing people, but it's about holding the feet of these commissioners. They are. And you being an opposition, your responsibility, Mr. Camus, is for you to hold the government feet to the fire. And you are not wrong. That's your responsibility. And
listen,
that's right, because you are president in waiting. Just consider yourself to be like that.
Yes, I am president with, but holding the Elections Commission's feet to fire does not mean I have to be derogatory.
No.
It does not mean that it does not mean that I have to be in a situation where I'm not understanding. I need to be able to give them opportunity to explain what happened. And in the process of explaining, if I can have sympathy, then we have sympathy. But in the event that they are not able to explain what happened, and if it does not make sense, then we all go at it. But here's what I'm saying. For somebody to always insinuate that the next person is up to something mischievous, it's wrong. Why will you always be insinuating that somebody is up to something mischievous here? It means you yourself, you are a mischievous person, and you know what you do. Because of what you do, you think that everybody can do
and
things.
you know.
I'm not here to defend. I'm not here to defend the Elections Commission, but I'm just saying, understand the issues. Understand these people gave them chance. If you don't believe in a system, get out of it. I believe in it. If I don't win, it will not discourage me. I'm going to run again. And
keep running. That's it.
Until I become president. But
sometimes it's not good to leave open room for speculations. But we're about to take a few calls and then we call it a day. So 0777 25 38 90 is a number to call to form part of this conversation. Then Hafor says, so now you know everyone. Okay, he's even calling. So yeah. Hello.
Hello, Magdalene.
Yes, sir.
And to the Kennedy in studio, I think he's contradicting himself. But let me ask you this question. I see that everything he said is of the gospel. How is he going to be running his church and running the governmental? Is he called by God to go into government, or is he called by God to preach gospel for the repentance of soul? And now he's saying that everybody, the election commission has a challenge. He knows that everybody has a challenges in their lives. So now the government too has a challenge or challenges, and he's condemning the government and saying they not do this, they not do that, they don't do this, and so he's coming out to do it. Don't you know that these are challenges that the government having? So why can't he join the government to solve some of the challenges and he want to run? Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for placing your call. Hello. Hello.
Good evening. This is Madalene.
Yes, sir. Quickly.
Good evening, the studio guest. I'm Prince El Kula, I'm from District 4, Montserrat County. I think Mr. Kemu, these are people that were planning to reduce the vote of the opposition or United Party.
No. Hey, listen, don't say that. Everyone has the right. Everyone has the right as long as he meets the requirement.
Interaction with you, I believe that this man is in there with the ruling party. Thank you.
Hello. Hello. RIA. Abel, you got 1 minute.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'd like to greet you again. But the guy seems very confused. This is not theocracy. This is democracy. He has condemned the integrity institution. He has condemned the judiciary. He has condemned everything. And then he comes back to say people should operate with grace. I just like to advise Reverend Kemu. Not all of the contested positions are good for everybody. Even if it's a mayor position, I'm very sure you can get it because you don't even understand government. You probably don't even know where it's going to come from. The interaction. That's the big interaction you have. You have defeated yourself and you have then subtracted a lot of people from your institution. You don't even know what's happening in this country. The fact that you said the integrated institution are not weak. The judiciary don't know what it's doing. That's condemnation. Then you come back to say everybody got talented. In the first place, you have defeated the purpose for which you want to contest. Please leave the stage and support Father Joseph Nemo Park and let's do it in one round.
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir, quickly.
Yeah, I'm John Willis calling from Soul Clinic.
Yes, sir.
It's so sad to listen to the Kennedy in studio who is contradicting himself. He's not ready for the process, let him just leave it. And those that are serious and willing to be there, let them be there. When I speak the election commission, it is a constitutional responsibility to provide the FFR, and if I have not done it, and other people are complaining, which is not even try to condemn that. I don't think he's doing well by himself. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
thank you. 0775144278. Yes, take two more calls.
Okay. Hello. Everyone sleep up. Yeah, so you just place in your call. We'll take 2 more calls. Yeah, 2 more calls.
All right, I think I can take one from here.
Okay.
Hello?
Good afternoon, Uncle Chris.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
And let me say good afternoon to your children. My name is
Good afternoon, buddy.
Promo Junior.
Mm-hmm.
And I flew in from Kakata City this afternoon. I just want to ask Mr. Kemu one question.
Mm-hmm.
You are not fortunate to be in a second round because absolutely we'll be heading to a second round in these elections. Who would be your favorite?
That short question, my man. I hear you talk.
I tell you.
Yes, what's your name?
My name is Sheldon F. Johnson. I joined from Police Academy. Calling from the office of concerned citizen to Harmon President. We have both presidents.
Mama, go ahead, please.
What I want to tell is,
Thank you very much. We can't take calls anymore. Mr. Kennedy, You heard the callers, right? I see you taking notes. Let's hear you.
Yeah.
We have to end this one in at 15 minutes after.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's hear
Wow. Well, thank God. You know, we talk about democracy, and somebody says, "Look, why don't you just join the government? Because you sound like somebody in the government." Listen, just because I say elections commission needs to be treated with understanding and grace does not mean I should join. So thank you for your right. I'm not joining government. If I wanted to, I would have done that long time. And somebody says about theocracy. This is democracy, not theocracy. Yeah, but before there was democracy, there was theocracy. So theocracy gave birth to democracy, and democracy does not mean you should always be critical in a negative way. And it's so sad that so many people in this country always think that for you to be, understood, you always got to be antagonistic and you got to be fighting people. Democracy does not mean fighting. Democracy does not mean fighting. All I am saying is I didn't come here to protect the Elections Commission, but if they have an issue, we need to listen to them as leaders and let them tell us why certain things are not going the way they should. Instead of getting on the radio and bad-mouthing them and insulting them and giving threatening remarks. I don't subscribe to that. Somebody says, if there is a second round, who are you going to support? Certainly, if we get to that bridge, we will cross it.
But you think
up to this point?
But you think you will make it to the second round?
Who I'm going to look? I'm not. This thing is not about a second round. If anybody wins it first round, fine. I am running this thing here. I'm running so that I can win first round.
Okay.
In the event that I don't win first round, then we will sit with the party leaders and decide what next to do. I, as an individual, can say this is the person I am going to support. Here's what I'm saying: that for Liberia to move forward, we need to have strong institutions built on honesty, hard work, discipline. And when we are given the opportunity to lead this country, we are going to run this country by the grace of God on the pillars of discipline, democracy, decentralization. We need to build strong institutions. So people just stop your support to powerful individuals. Let's build strong institutions and let our country run by strong institutions. I am an institutional person, and I gave myself to reform the institutions in our country that should be moving the country. I'm not going to tell people, say, oh, when I'm president, I will build rule, I will feed people, I will do that, I will build clinics. Those are things governments are supposed to do. So what we are going to do is strengthen the institutions that are supposed to be building roads, strengthen the institutions that are supposed to run education, strengthen the institutions that are supposed to run our health, so that when I am not on the stage, the institutions will run by themselves. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to let the Liberian people hear my heart, from the country. We need to be a country established on values like honesty and discipline and hard work. And as president, those are the things I'm going to be fighting that we become as a nation. We create a culture where people are willing to be held accountable. We create a culture where people will be honest, people will be disciplined, but we will do that by strengthening the institutions of government that need to run all these things.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Candidate David Kermon of the party is PDD. Democratic People's Party of Liberia. Yes, thank you so much. Conservative Party.
And thank you for attending the debate.
It's always a opportunity, when citizens ask you to be there,
yeah,
and hear you. I think it is rude on the part of presidential candidates who receive these invitations and they think they are so big people, they are so important, and Liberians need to tell certain institutions Well, you know what? Institutions are
Yeah,
stronger
I
than
think
you.
this debating should be
big man
mandatory.
big,
I
yeah.
think some
You know, that your man attitude that you can't be with certain people because you have accomplished this and that. That's arrogant. And I personally don't have a likeness for leaders who behave that way. Is rude. They shouldn't treat our citizens like that. So they are given privilege. The same privilege they have, those privileges could be given to any Liberian citizen. And I just want to thank all the other presidential candidates that went for the first debate and also went for the second debate and are going for the debate tomorrow.
You will be part of this the second team in Banga.
I'm going to be in Banga tomorrow.
All right.
And I want to tell those presidential candidates, kudos. Thank you, man. And these people who think they have made it in our country, so they can't go for
electoral jobs too.
All right.
It is pride, it is arrogant, and the Liberian people will teach them some lessons that this country can move forward with.
Thank you very much, David Cameron, presidential candidate. 5 days to go to elections. Let's take this break as we sign off.
Ladies and gentlemen, independent representative candidate Honorable Jimmy Debbie Smith of District of Montserrat County will officially launch his campaign activities on the 7th of October on the Jacob Transport page. Citizens of District 2 join the winning team as 58 communities will officially come outside for the official launching ceremony. There will also be a total lockdown with a big parade from Double Bridge to the Jacob Transport page. There will also be artists and comedians in front performance. Vote Jimmy Smith to continue his developmental works in the district. Vote number 8 on the ballot paper with the logo of a palm tree for Representative Jimmy Smith. Vote Jimmy Smith, the developmental giant. The National Jimmy Smith Day. Turn out and let's celebrate this together.
He's suspecting me too. I'm suspecting. Put your trust in our office.
Yeah. You what?
Put your trust in our office.
What is?
We need trust in our office.
We need trust?
Yeah. Let freedom ring and when this happens. Since I joined them.